Hello everyone, Mark here, Mark's Max Muscle. And in my estimation, we are taking a look at 1 and 2 at the Arnold Classics. It has not been, it's not over yet till the fat lady sings, but I do believe they should warm her up because Nick Walker is a juggernaut Hostetler beast. Structurally speaking would be the only way here that Steve Kuclo would be able to take Nick Walker. And, what can you say, guys? How close is it between these two? Judging by this front double bicep? Not very. Nick Walker, much shorter than Steve Kuclo. But, like I said, that's where you draw the line and disadvantages. Look at the arms. Look at the V-taper. Look at everything. The midsection, the ab separation, and my goodness, the wheels. Steve Kuclo, no slouch on that department, though. Let's go through these poses, and unfortunately, there was not a good front lat spread of Nick Walker. I snatched this one from Saunch Bodybuilding. That's right, Saunch, just like I stole your t-shirt. Anyway, even in a pose like this, which is not a Kuclo specialty, but it is maybe Nick's last of the line. I don't want to say it's his worst pose because the guy has no real weak poses. I wouldn't call this weak. The guy is stacked. Huge. And like I said, maybe not a Steve Kuclo specialty, but I would wager to say, based on conditioning alone, muscle separation alone, you would have to give this one to Nick Walker. Go to the side chest development. Now here is where I could honestly say that the structure of a guy like Steve Kuclo, he might get an edge in the side shots. But man, oh man, has Nick Walker He's been training these shots. Like I mentioned in the Nick Walker versus New York Pro Nick Walker, he didn't open up his chest. He didn't open up his arms as much, like I guess Kuclo is. But when you look at the wheel difference of Nick Walker from the New York Pro, the guy has he's in the hunt now. He's in the hunt from the side. He's maybe still losing to Kuclo, but definitely far from getting bullied around, my goodness. Side tricep is 10 times better now, Nick Walker's. This, like I said, maybe not his strongest pose, but you don't want to call any of his shots weak, because they are far from weak. But he has improved so much. I would wager to say that, personally speaking, I would probably give him this one over Kuclo. But if there is going to be any of the poses, so far that is that Kuclo could get an edge. It would be the side shots, but let's be realistic. Look at the muscle separation and even the meat in the tricep. And keep in mind, it is a much smaller frame. And this is where I was talking about opening up more. Look at Kuclo. You can see both of his delts here. You can see it's almost like a front shot. Of course, his wheels are hit to spec. But Nick, he is basically, he's displaying his tricep itself. So take it for what it is. Have a look at the back developments. And again, snatch this one up from Saunch Bodybuilding. It wasn't a good rear lat spread picture of Nick Walker. There was a good one of Kuclo, but we'll take a look at the rear double, and that's, I guess, your best bet to see conditioning. As far as muscle separation in the hams, though, I would give it to Nick Walker for sure. This may be one pose that you might say the New York Pro Nick Walker was a little bit better, but I think that has to do with the execution of the shot. I definitely would say that it is a 100% better version here for Nick Walker. The conditioning is just as tight, and he has put on some size, my estimation. Rear double bicep. Now, this is what I'm talking about, guys. These are the clearer shots that you can see. Glutes. Steve's glutes are dry, much drier than the Texas, but he lacks hamstring separation. He should switch up with Chris Cormier. Get Chris Cormier's hamstrings and give Chris his glutes. They both would have been Olympia champion, right? But anyway, not if Nick Walker was there. Look at the arms on this guy. Lat insertions. Kuclo's not bad as far as that's concerned, but he has a much bigger frame with a smaller lat setup. So, it's an obvious win here for Nick Walker. Smaller waistline makes for a better X-frame as well. And like I said, those hamstrings. The guy is winning. How close is it? Not very, like I said. Go to the abs and thigh, and this is Nick Walker's best abs and thigh to date. For a guy that took some criticism for a wide waist, I guess, genetically speaking, he may have a slightly wider waist compared to a men's classic physique division competitor. Look at the lats on the guy. Look at the wheels on the man. He has an X frame, so the midsection is his strong point, for goodness sakes. Look at the, like I said, the six-pack, a little too smooth monsoon for Kuclo, with all due respect. Hey, I love Steve Kuclo. I had him, where did I have him? In third? Fourth, with the exception of Bonac, so third. I had Akeem Williams in second. What happened to Akeem? Most muscular pose. Most certainly a Steve Kuclo shot, for his repertoire of shots. He has his side shots, and he has his most muscular. But then, when Nick Walker is your opponent, you're in trouble. This guy's a serious threat to the Olympia crown. No fooling. I put him as a winner of the Arnold Classics. Some of you doubters laughed. He always gets doubters. You guys laughed. Oh, you don't know what you're talking about. In the comparisons, he's winning. Throw him up against the shows, against these top-ranked competitors. He's winning. I'm telling you right now, guys. Third at the Olympia. Third. Here's a different most muscular. And I would say this is a even better shot for Nicholas Walker. Look at the ab separation. I'm just so impressed with that. For a guy that, like I said, takes criticism for a wide waist, that muscle separation really takes care of that. Takes care of that criticism and kicks it out the door, or whatever, what have you. This is your winner in this picture comparison, and he will undoubtedly be your winner of the 2021 Arnold Classic. I mean, come on, guys. You can't argue with that. Seen the pictures up close. You could see the video footage. Sanch Bodybuilding. Hey, he posted on Bodybuilding News Network. So, not Sanch Bodybuilding. It's Bodybuilding News Network, run by Sanch Bodybuilding. Hit thumbs up on this video if you did, in fact, enjoy it. And look forward to the rest of the Arnold Classic, because it's going to be a fight for third place. Hey, Justin Rodriguez, he could be vying for the third place position, or maybe even a second. Ian Valier. Have a great day, guys.